This is the second video talking about examples on finding the magnitude of a resultant force. So the example we have is talking about we have two forces of 15 and 22 newtons act on a point in the plane. So if I'm going to draw, I have a point and then I have two different forces. The angle between the force is 100. So if I have the first one, and then the second one is going to be 100 degree apart. So since I have one is shorter, one is longer, I'm going to say the top one is 15 Newton, and then the bottom one is 22 Newton. Then we want to find the magnitude of the resultant force. So the resultant force is talking about what is the force when I adding those two. So I'm going to make a parallelogram and then connecting the parallelogram or connecting the diagonal of the parallelogram, that is the force I'm looking for. Once I have the parallelogram, I'm going to using some properties for the parallelogram to fill in some other informations. For example, I know the opposite side or opposite angle is also going to be 100 degree, and then I know the total, and then I know the adjacent angle is going to be supplementary, meaning add up to 180. So I have 100, 100, 80, and 80. Now from this parallelogram, and since I'm looking for this result force, then I can using one part of the parallelogram, which is one triangle, to using the law of cosine to find the missing side. So let me erase the information is not really important to part of the triangle. Now I'm going to connecting so if I'm going to say this is my side A, side B, side C, which is the one we're looking for, and then I know the measure for side A, I know the measure for side B, and then I also know the angle between those two sides. So to find the side C, I can using the law of cosine that C squared is going to equals to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of, I'm going to label it as C. Then C squared what equals to 22 squared plus 15 squared minus 2 times 22 times 15 times cosine of 80. Punch everything into the calculator. We got C squared is approximately 594, and then C, taking the square root out, is approximately 24. C is the magnitude of the red vector. So the magnitude of the resultant force is going to be 24 Newton. Okay, so the conclusion is going to be the magnitude of the resultant force is 24 newtons. So I'm just run it to the nearest unit and just to matching with the numbers we have in the original problem.